that, because then I can actually press the buttons. Right. I guess I'm gonna have to stretch for a bit. Alright. 3, 2, 1, go.
One go! Alright, get on with it, do your commentary.
So, this is Mountain of Faith, the 10th Touhou game, and it's basically your standard Touhou game. You've got shot, bomb, focus, and your 8 movement directions. With one exception, this game has the power bomb system, which means that bombs do not come from a separate bomb stock. They rather come from your shot power gauge. This comes into play in a very important way that I will not spoil yet, because it is quite a sight to behold. So here we're just entering the mid-boss. It doesn't really matter how fast we do her, because the stage is auto-scroller anyways. If we kill her fast enough, we get some additional enemies and additional power, which is actually not a good thing, because we don't quite want to reach max power. We want to be just kinda under it. So I'm going to have to watch my gauge. Alright, and now I don't want to pick up much more power items. Hold control to skip dialogue. And here comes Minoriko.
Have you actually explained why this bug happens?
I'm going to.
Okay, sorry. I wasn't sure if you forgot. I'm ruining your commentary, no!
Alright, that was Minoriko in about 15 seconds. So, if you're not familiar with the bug, you might be wondering what on earth just fucking happened. She melted. Well, it's not nearly as complicated or interesting as you might think, but it is quite hilarious. Zun, when putting in damage values for the shot types, put a comma, 1 character too far to the right for the middle laser of Marisa B's 3 power unfocused shot. So, if we are at 3 power and unfocused, we deal 10 times as much damage as was intended. And we also use bombs to boost our damage further, since they deal their own damage. And I believe, I'm not entirely sure, they also increase your shot damage. And in addition to that, you'll see me moving up and down a bit, because while lasers do not have travel time, the main shot in the middle is still active and does have travel time, and it deals a tiny bit of extra damage. So by moving up and down, we can abuse the Doppler effect to kill things a few frames faster. And you'll occasionally also try to see me try to hit the side laser in addition to the middle one to deal a tiny bit of extra damage. Again, to save a couple of frames. That bomb just there was for power management, because now I'll get exactly 4.95 before the stage 2 boss, Hina. 4.90, what? Okay, that doesn't matter, but I didn't know that was possible. A further detail with the Doppler effect abuse is that most attacks have some invulnerability at their startup. So during the invulnerability you move down because you're not able to hit bullets. So yeah, it doesn't hurt to get the Doppler effect in the other direction. And when the bosses are vulnerable, you move up, you just hit more bullets. This is stage 3. Stage 3 is very pretty. It's also kinda boring. Not a lot happens on normal. And these fairies, if you speed kill them just right, you can prevent them from firing bullets, but I'm not good enough for that, and I don't actually know if Marisa B bugless can do that. I do run bugless in the stages because there's no real harm in doing so. And I do want to be at full power to just score a bit, so that I get all of the lives, so that I can afford additional survival mistakes. This is the mid-boss Nitori. That was the mid-boss Nitori. We're not going to fight her yet. A little bump before the actual mid-boss fight. And then we bomb straight into 3 power on Hydro Camouflage. Kill it nearly instantly. Oh, I love doing that every time. Tried to auto-collect there and failed. Pathetic.
My mic was muted, but that made me laugh really hard.
And also,
the POC?
This stage, I believe, is not actually auto-scroller, so killing the mid-boss faster does gain you time. Right, I don't think I'm going to get the right power level for 2 bombs on the Tori. This is pretty much the hardest power management in the game. So, yeah, we're 0.05 off. Pathetic. Yep, there you see it, 3.95. We could have done an additional bomb on that non-spell if we'd had enough power. Right, now we're going into stage 4. Pretty much everything in this stage is aimed directly at you, so it's just a lot of streaming, a lot of stepping out of the way of bullets. You do have random pellet fairies, and of course the mid-boss, and a final spam section. The rest of it is all streaming, but it's not very easy streaming always. The waterfall sections are notoriously difficult, not so much on normal, but on Lunatic they will kill you dead, to the point where you will prolong the mid-boss in order to not have to deal with one of them. Because not dying on that one on no bomb run is... it's basically impossible. It's stupidly difficult. Right, these fairies, right before the mid-boss, can completely fuck me over if they want me to. They can get behind me and fire bullets from behind. Thankfully they did not. I am going to try to capture Mamiji's attack, because I am spicy. Mamiji, I'd say, is the second hardest dodging in the game. The actual hardest dodging is coming up later. Thankfully this is normal, so we can just kind of do that. And I warned myself on the stream there because my restream timing was really bad. Doesn't really matter that we lost some power though, since we can just pretty easily regain that and still do our power management bomb near the end. If you're seeing any frame drops, that's probably not the stream, that's me. The game doesn't really like my graphics drivers for some reason lately. So I have some minor frame drop issues. Thankfully not actual game speed issues, it just flat out drops the frames. It doesn't display them, that's all. Right, good, we made it to full power. Now I've got an audio cue for this next bomb. That is, if this section doesn't fuck me. Right, there we go. That should get me the exact power level I need at Aya. A little bit more Doppler abuse. That's probably the biggest one in the entire game. This one has really long invincibility frames, but I'm going to try to not have the bomb active as I end the card, because I want these these power items to full, so that I can pick them up at the start of this timeout card and save the bomb for the final spell, because that one's got a lot of HP. This is Illusionary Dominance, the normal version of Peerless Wind God, and depending on RNG, the hardest attack in the game. It's being really, really kind, so I capped it. And I'm going to bomb somewhere early on this, because it doesn't really matter when you bomb, as long as the bomb is active for the whole duration of the vulnerability of the attack. And I tried to do it somewhat high up as well, because while bombs do deal damage to everything on screen, they deal more damage if the target is inside the circle. There's also something involving the edge that I don't quite understand. It's a bit arcane. Anyways, this is stage 5. Again, a lot of streaming, but this time we're doing it through lots of static bullets. These weird lines. Weird squiggly lines. It's very easy to fall asleep and screw that up. Thankfully, I'm in a marathon, so there's no... Okay. I screwed that up anyways. Even though I didn't fall asleep. Interesting. Haven't done that before. Well, doesn't really matter.
One. The second, never done that before. We got him. I'm keeping count.
Right, another power bomb, power management bomb here. Because this stage is also not auto-scroller. Go. I don't think I'm actually saving any frames by doing this minor Doppler abuse here, because I'm moving up like not even the length that a bullet travels in a frame. But I do it anyways, just for the sake of it. Now, I want to reach full power before a certain fairy here. I did that, because I don't want any of these to drop power items. I need them to drop point items for the next power management section, which is also quite difficult. And if you stop shooting, I guess it's easy enough to get the right power level, but I don't, because I'm not confident in that. We're fine though. This is a good power level. We're gonna have a fast Sunai. Now we really want to bomb Moses' Miracle, because if we do not, it can really, really kill us. It's very, very nasty. Okay, that was Sanai, and I'm actually a second ahead of PB pace, but Kanako can just toss that away. She is very nasty. Kanako is definitely the hardest part of the run.
I would like to point out at this point that his PB is the record, so, like, that's not off the table.
Yeah. Record's not that solid,
like,
though.
By, like, what, 4 frames, was it?
Yeah, 4 frames.
By?
It's not actually been
frames.
verified yet, because Crystal Chaos seems to be asleep.
Nice. I believe you, good buddy.
Right, pretty much everything in Stage 6 as well is aimed directly at you, but it's not very obvious if you're a first-time player. So, it's easy to get confused on that. And I forgot to bomb early before the Death Fairy, so I missed some power items from little Kadamas, so I'm going to miss a bomb on an attack that can actually kill me. It probably won't, but I'll still lose like a second to that, so that's unfortunate. You know, fucked up that bomb in my PB anyway, so... Oh no, Kanako dashed. This is one of the things she can do. I have to suicide here to kill this quickly. A little bit of micro-dodging while unfocused. Alright, this is the attack that can just kill me. Please be nice. Alright, that was fine. And then we skip the really long invulnerability phase of that non-spell.
That, I was gonna say, that loses you a crap load of time if you miss it, so...
Yeah. Right, we're just going to kinda edge those power items while hitting the laser. This is the hardest part of the game. We're going to have to dodge this... Oh god, I spazzed. That's really bad. This final spell.
No.
We dodge it unfocused. It's also being kinda nasty and pushing me away from the middle. Right, so I lost like 5 seconds on Kanako there. Couldn't have PB'd anyways because she did the dash. But yeah, that was Mountain of Faith in 14 minutes.
I probably ended the timer too early, but whatever.
Yeah, right, I forgot to say, time is on the second explosion of Kanako.
I know that, I just fucked up.
Oh, okay. Right, I'm not going to show ending on stream because of Zune reasons.
Not allowed to show endings, it's banned.